What if I told you that there was a medication that could help improve your insulin sensitivity, decrease your appetite, help you to feel fuller longer, lower blood pressure, help you to secrete more insulin, help you to burn more fat, and to make more glycogen in your muscles. And it can help you to lose weight. It seems too good to be true, and that's because it is. I'm Dr. Lindsay Elmore, and this is the dark side of Wegovy.
The secret behind Wegovy and its predecessor, Ozempic, is an active ingredient called semaglutide.
Anti-obesity medication Wegovy.
They're even more effective than lifestyle modifications on their own.
I lost so much weight so fast that I was like, oh my God.
The hormones go to the brain and say you're full.
You're getting 15, 17, approaching 20% weight loss with a weekly injection.
Incretin therapies, such as the glucagon-like peptide-1 agonist, looked as if they might change the face of type 2 diabetes. They work by switching on insulin and suppressing glucagon, which helps to control blood glucose. Back in the early 2000s, investigators were examining the saliva of a desert-dwelling Gila monster, and this was the first source of a drug that was a GLP-1 analog. This heavy, slow-moving lizard only eats once or twice a year and uses the secretion of a salivary hormone called extendin, which acts just like GLP-1 to help the gut assimilate meals. Researchers wondered, how can this lizard eat so infrequently and still maintain healthy blood sugar? This led to the synthesis of exenatide, the first GLP-1 agonist to ever come to market. Wegovy has been popularized by celebrities like Elon Musk, who claim that the medication has helped them to lose weight. Wegovy is only one of many GLP-1 agonists that are on the market. You may have heard of Ozempic or Victoza or Byetta or Trulicity, just to name a few. The GLP-1 agonist mechanism of action is multiplicative. They don't just work at the level of the pancreas like many other diabetes medicines do. They do help the pancreas to increase insulin secretion, decrease glucagon secretion, increase our insulin biosynthesis, and help our insulin-producing beta cells to survive longer and to proliferate more. These medications also work in the gut, delaying gastric emptying, improving acid secretion, and decreasing the swiftness that food moves through our body. It also works in the brain, helping to suppress appetite, helping you to feel fuller longer, and it increases energy expenditure. That's not all. It also works at the heart, lowering blood pressure, increasing heart rate, increasing myocardial contractility. That means how hard your heart is beating, and has cardioprotective effects. In the muscles, the GLP-1 agonists help you to make more glycogen, which is the storage form of sugar in our body. It also helps us to burn more sugar. In your fat cells, GLP-1 agonists increase the amount of fat explosions, a process called lipolysis. It also helps with glucose uptake, which helps to lower your blood sugar. In the liver, GLP-1 agonists decrease our hepatic glucose production. And at the kidney, it helps you to get rid of sodium, which is part of the reason that it helps to lower blood pressure. All of these lead to improvements in insulin sensitivity. And it sounds like the perfect drug. But why are so many people having side effects? Because of the explosion in the popularity of medications like Ozempic and Wegovy, we started to see reports of people having adverse effects. The first thing that we saw was the appearance of what is called Ozempic face. When you lose weight with drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy, it causes disruption in the endocrine system, in your gut, and it depletes the skin and body of essential nutrients. Why do you care? Because you're going to end up looking terrible. The skin gets thinner. It loses its elasticity. It loses its luster because of a sudden and rapid depletion of all of the essential fatty acids that make up the skin barrier. It causes collagen and elastin metabolism to be disrupted. The result is that you get sallow, dull, thin-looking skin. And when you lose fat in your cheeks, it can cause you to look very gaunt. To make matters worse, a lawsuit has been filed against the manufacturers of Ozempic and Monaro over claims that the diabetes drug, which are popular for weight loss, can cause gastroparesis. Gastroparesis is part of the mechanism of action of the drug, but it ultimately can lead to paralysis of the stomach. Gastroparesis, also known as delayed gastric emptying, is a disorder that slows or stops the movement of food from your stomach to your small intestines, even though there's no blockage in the small intestines. Here's an even bigger problem. The number one cause of gastroparesis is diabetes. So we're taking a disease state known to cause this stomach paralysis and making it worse by adding a drug on board that also can cause stomach paralysis. Let's talk about another dastardly side effect. Insulin is a hormone made by the pancreas that helps glucose to be pushed from your blood into muscle, fat, and liver cells where it is used for energy. In people who have type 2 diabetes, you tend to have insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is when the cells in your muscles, fat, and liver don't respond to insulin and can't take up glucose from the blood. As a result, the pancreas starts to make more insulin, and this results in high levels of insulin, which are the precursor to diabetes. So here's the problem. When you use a GLP-1 agonist, you end up creating more insulin in a person who is already overloaded on insulin. This is part of the root cause of diabetes, and so we are worsening the disease process by administering these drugs. What if, instead of looking for a magic bullet, which simply does not exist without side effects, we looked at how do we reverse and prevent diabetes? It can be very simple. Regular exercise improves our muscles' ability to store sugar. Lose weight, stay at a normal body weight with dietary changes, an elimination diet. Eat healthy. There's so many different ways to get out there and eat healthy. You know what you don't need to be eating: fried foods, gluten, sugar. Instead, focus on a whole foods, mostly plant-based diet. Get enough sleep, quit smoking, and manage your sleep apnea, because sleep apnea can lead to the worsening of diabetes. I'm Dr. Lindsay Elmore. Thanks for watching The Dark Side of Wegovy. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want more functional medicine advice on how to reverse disease naturally, head to wellnessmadesimple.us.